Welcome to the Rebecca's Thoughts podcast, your corner for candid conversations, bold takes, and a sprinkle of wit on all things life, love, and the modern grind. Whether you're here for the real relationship talk, lifestyle inspiration, or just simply tea on trending topics, we are keeping it real and maybe even flipping the script on you on what you thought you knew. And a quick heads up, some episodes are now exclusively for subscribers, so please don't miss out on any episodes. Go ahead and subscribe today. But for now, grab your coffee, get cozy, and let's dive. Every woman wants a high value man until the package gets delivered and you realize it's not La La Land. Welcome to a whole new episode of the Rebecca Starts, and I want to start by wishing you a happy new year. I hope you had a happy holiday and you did not overspend, because I sure did. Welcome to a new season. I have so many series prepared. I hope I can keep up this time. TikTok is keeping me busy, but I promise to be here as often as possible. And now, let us go into the full gist. I'm going to be running through this series because I have a lot of things to do today, but I promise to drop an episode every week. And work with me, okay? Thank you. I was on the street of Instagram just minding my business because I do follow a number of dating platforms just to see what's out there. Tell me why I came across this post of a lady complaining that she's not happy. She's 28 years old and life is not turning out as she expected. She thought marriage was going to be all fun and glam. Come to find out that she's currently feeling like an old African wife. And I was like, okay, I think I might have something to look into over here. Here's how our story went. The platform where she posted this story was the same dating platform where she had met a husband. And she didn't tell us how long they dated. She skipped through all that part. She just went straight to business. She started by telling us how fantastic her husband is. He's not stingy. He has so much affection for her. She knows that he loves her. In fact, whenever she has problems, he leaves everything, like he literally drops everything and fixes her problem immediately. But here's where the problem started. He has her name saved on his phone with no endearment. It's just simply her government name. Another thing she complained about is that when he's around his friends, he seems to be very chatty and excited. But when it's just her and him, he's very cold and laid back. I'm like, I think I know where this is going. And then another thing she complained about was that on her birthday, he bought her a car, a brand new electric vehicle. But the presentation was not special. He didn't put a bow on it. So because of that one act of, how do you call it now? Lack of aesthetics on her gift, it made her not feel loved. Not because he didn't buy a car, but because he didn't put a bow on it. I was like, maybe she needs to give back the car and get a bow instead. Because I'm not done. Another thing she said was, he doesn't make her feel butterflies in her stomach. She feels like an old trad wife, and that's not how she envisioned her life. She's bored. She thinks her husband can be a provider, her protector, and also her entertainer. I was like, hold on a minute. Hold on. And one thing she cannot stand about him is how he's overly excited about work. When he's talking to his personal assistant, who is female, they can go on and on and on. He's just so excited about work. She just finds that really annoying. And at some point, she starts to think there's something going on between her husband and his personal assistant. Mind you, they have only been married 2 years. I left a comment. I said, I'm just gonna wait for the man's side of the story. And that's exactly what happened. Because I woke up the next day to see the response from the husband. The first thing he said was, first of all, he's 42 years old, she's 28, right? And they met on that particular platform. Within 6 weeks of getting to know each other, he married her. He's financially, stable, and he thought he got himself a good deal. considering the fact that she's 28, ready for marriage, they met on a dating platform. It was supposed to be easy squeezy lemon. No, what's it called? It was supposed to be easy peasy lemon squeezy, like my toddler would tell me. But what he bought was not what he got. He found out that even though this woman is 28 years old, she acts like a 16-year-old Instagram baddie. She's obsessed with external validation. She likes being posted online for every special event. She wants his life to revolve around her. She likes oversharing. She likes to actively share to the point, she's at the what's it called at the verge of oversharing online. And she has this big online presence, but doesn't use it to push her business. So he doesn't have a problem with her being online, wanting to post all these things and share all this information. He doesn't care. But the same energy she uses to overshare, just be out there putting out glam, he wants her to promote her business just as much, but she's not doing it. That's the first issue he has with her. The second issue is she wants to argue for more than 10 minutes. For him, time is money. I don't have any, he's essentially said any conversation that stretches past 10 minutes is a waste of his time. 10 minutes is enough time to reach a resolution. I was like, God damn it. And another thing that makes him not like to spend time with her is she doesn't like any physical activities. She likes to watch shows. She likes to go for fashion shows. She likes all these reality shows for, Real Housewife of whatever. She likes all of that. He doesn't have any interest in those time wasting events. She also likes to make TikTok couple videos. He goes, why am I going to be online entertaining strangers with my time? He can't seem to understand. She has her MBA, but she would rather be an influencer. Imagine marrying a woman that is educated only to find out that she just wants to be a trophy wife. Do you understand the disappointment in this man's life right now? I wrote everything down. That's what I'm trying to not forget. He also said he hates everything he's interested in. Work, politics, sport, project. She hates all of that. She also hates to leave the house. He asked her, what does she want to do since she does not want to work? She said she wants to run a business. So he buys a warehouse, fills it with product, make sure that the warehouse is a walking distance from their house. She refused to go to the warehouse and decides to run the business from home. Then he buys her a car. She still wouldn't go to the warehouse. She wants to stay at home and watch TV all day. And she hired a personal assistant to help her pack the few orders she gets because her business is not big enough. It's still new. All of this has happened within a time frame of 2 years. So her business is still relatively small, but she has a personal assistant. She doesn't have kids yet, nothing. She has so much time on her hands, not for her business, but for social media. He doesn't mind her not wanting to work, but she also does not want to learn his business. So minus his 9 to 5, he has a successful, shipping a freight business where he imports things, something like that. He also has a building company. She doesn't want nothing to do with all of that. She literally told her husband his work is boring. She has zero interest in it. This man got mad. He said, the work that puts food on our table, that makes us have a roof over our head, you call it boring. It's one thing to not want to learn the business, but it's another thing to disrespect the business. When I saw his side of the story, I said, yeah, Now everything makes sense. I left him a comment. I said, "You're a 42-year-old man, desperate for marriage. Then you decide to marry a 28-year-old lady. Unfortunately for you, she was just 28 by age, but her brain was not all the way up there. She doesn't understand the values of marriage, the purpose of marriage in partnership. You married a trophy wife while you're looking for a partnership. You cannot force her to become a partner. That is your cross. You have to carry it. And when you did it for 6 weeks, because of your age, I can understand why you married her within 6 weeks, right? But when you did it for 6 weeks, what did you learn about her? What did you know about her interest? Because from where I stand, my verdict is both both this couple are opposite sides of different coins. It's one thing to be on the same coin. They are opposite sides of different coins. They're so far apart. And it has nothing to do with the age. Yeah, they're from different generations, but they have different goals. They believe in different things. They have different interests. It's crazy. Is a high value man that married for partnership. She's a baby girl that married a high value man just so she could be a trophy wife. So I'm sure this man is regretting his life choices right now. He goes, "Oh my gosh, who am I going to build an empire with? I married a wife that I could build an empire with, and I ended up with a Barbie." Neither of them communicated their marriage goals to each other. They didn't talk about purpose before getting married. He met her, saw a beautiful woman, educated with an MBA. He goes, "Yeah, she fits my checklist." His checklist was so superficial, he didn't actually check the list. And same goes for her. Rich man, comfortable, ready for marriage. I don't have to work if I don't want to work. Yeah, that was all she had on her checklist. I'm sure both of them are regretting this marriage at this point. And to be honest, I don't see them lasting the end of the year. I'm talking about this year, unless they hit a reset button and start to date each other and get to know each other. The husband said they tried therapy that he didn't work. He felt that the therapist, a female, was biased and one-sided. Of course she is. It's a woman's world. Whatever a woman says goes. Women have to be comfortable. So yes, he's going to feel like he's not been heard. I told him he does not need therapy. What he needs is communication, comprehension, compromise. That's all he needs. He needs to be able to comprehend that this woman is a trophy wife. He needs to be able to compromise that he might not get her to be a full-time business partner, but he can meet her halfway. And in meeting her halfway, it will be for him to do them freaking TikTok videos. Only with the condition that she would at least push her business. If she's not trying to learn his business, at least use that same social media page that she wants to use for couple goals and couple whatever, couple vlog, to also push her business. That is compromise, meeting her in the middle. To the woman, she wanted a man that has ambition. But now she's upset he's busy all the time. And when he's not busy, he's with his friends. All they talk about is work and politics. What else do you think men talk about? A manly man doesn't talk about fashion shows. A manly man doesn't watch reality shows. They feel it's a absolute waste of time. To even get some of them to watch a movie is difficult. Now you're crying that you're not the only woman that finds him attractive because he's a high value man. If you're not careful, you're going to lose that man. That's what I told her in her own comments. Because then I went back to her post and left her another comment. I said, "You are going to end up losing that man if you're not careful." Dating a high value man is not cute Instagram quotes. It's discipline, it's patience, it's emotional maturity, it is self awareness. High value men are not loud, they're structured. They don't chase chaos, they fire it, they communicate, they cannot handle the drama and insecurity that a lot of women bring. They don't like it. Sweetheart, high value men have standards. They're not going to just, go on TikTok and be dancing for strangers' validation. It makes absolute zero sense to them. And she said, "Oh, there's no endearment. Those ones are so small, you can still work on it. If it probably, I don't know, for whatever reason, didn't occur to him that you need your name on his phone saved with sunshine or something like that. Tell him to change it right in front of you. Be like, here you go, change my name on your phone. I don't like how you saved my name on your phone. Change it." You can communicate a lot of things. The issues she complained about were so little. He had bigger issues she was not even listening to. This man has work, he has vision. So sometimes he just genuinely enjoys silence because his brain has been overworking all day. Marrying a high value man requires work, a lot of work. If you need entertainment, go download TikTok. You don't have to date a man like that to entertain you. I was like, oh my gosh. This is an easy problem to fix. But if it's not well managed, it's gonna blow up. They're already taking themselves to the court of Instagram. That man is not trying to be your son, your emotional support animal, or your feeler for boredom. How do you have a warehouse close to your house and you still wouldn't leave the house? You have a personal assistant, you still wouldn't leave the house. He bought you a car, you still won't leave the house because you want to make TikToks from home. He's building something. If you're not going to add to his piece, he will subtract you fast. That's how high value men think. A lot of women don't actually want high value men. They just want romantic babysitters with money. There, I said it. You want soft life with zero sacrifice, zero accountability, zero growth. But a high value man will ask you, who are you without your makeup and your clothes and online validation or attention? Who are you? A high value man will ask you, can you communicate without shouting? Do you know when it's time to shut an argument down? Do you respect men or just the ones with money? A high value man will ask you, do you bring calmness or do you bring chaos? That's the real test. Everybody wants the title of being married to a high value man, but not everyone wants the character development that comes with it. The real work is learning your partner's love language. If you're going to marry a high value man, you have to do your homework. You have to understand the assignment. Rather than forcing your high value man to speak your love language, you have to understand his and speak his the same way he's speaking yours or the same way he's expected to speak your love language. You have to speak his love language too. So if it involves act of service, you have to do it. So you want him to speak your love language and you don't want to speak his. How does that even balance out? If his love language is act of service, learn his work. So even if you're not interested in doing his work with him, learn it so that he will have something to talk to you about. You want zero interest. You have zero interest in his work. And you say he doesn't talk to me. What is that man going to talk to you about? Real Housewives of Hollywood? I was like, geez, you want the whole five love languages as a woman. Can you at least give him one act of service? Of everything that he complained about, the one that pissed him off his was her lack of interest in his work. That was my verdict. And I thought, my people have to hear this one. So tell me what you think. Do you think she's being childish? Or do you think she's entitled to everything she's asked for? All five love languages without offering any. Do you think she has too much time on her hands and spend it on social media? Hence, creating marriage needs from fake content from the fake content that she's creating. Do you think she's ready for this marriage that she's asked for? Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, thank you for listening. I'll be back with some more juiciness. Thank you for joining us today on this journey. It's been a pleasure exploring these meaningful connections with you. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, follow, and connect with us at hellodearbecca@gmail.com. Until next time, keep nurturing your bonds and cherishing those who matter most. Take care and stay connected.